Hey Assassins, this is Magnitudix, and you're watching a brand new series here on GamersBeverage. Not really sure what I'm going to call it yet. I was thinking maybe Assassin's Creed Commentator, so ACC. But it's something new that I decided to start on my channel. I've done it in the past with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but it's been a long time since I've actually talked one-on-one with any Assassin's Creed commentators in the YouTube community. So today I'm bringing you guys RudeOnion, also known as Kavitlak on YouTube. So I'll move it over to RudeOnion to kind of introduce herself. Shameless plug for your audiences if you want, and we'll take it from there. So go ahead, RudeOnion.
All right, thank you, Meg. Hey guys, a number of you probably already know me from some of the videos that I've already posted. I think like about 3 or 4 videos that I've done for GamersBeverage. So not much of an introduction is probably needed, but you know, if you'd like to see any of my past stuff, hitch a ride over to my channel. I'm also on both Twitter and Facebook as well, hashtag RudeOnion, /RudeOnion.
Yeah, so we'll have all of your links down in the description, and some were probably annotated in the video.
Okay.
So, of course, getting started with this interview, I think the biggest question for everybody is, what made you decide to get started on YouTube? What made you kind of want to do Assassin's Creed, I guess? Because that was your first kind of experience. Because I know you did some other games here and there.
Right.
But
right.
I guess the audience wants to know, like, how did you get started, and what's led you up to this point?
Okay, so pretty much my life story, my YouTube story. Yeah, well, basically I started when I started kind of getting jealous of everyone. Like, I loved watching, I loved playing Assassin's Creed Revelations multiplayer, and I started watching a lot of people on YouTube. I watched Lady Trickster, Shenmue, Squiddish, Rainin Stormwake. I just kind of got that pull where it's like, I want to post videos myself as well. Probably not have super amazing gameplay, but you know, have fun commentary where I get to engage my audience and everything. So I picked up a Dazzle recorder, which, coupled with my weak laptop at the time, made for some very questionable footage. I know you saw some of that because I posted to get the Elgato.
Yes, I remember that. I think it was more of the commentary that pulled me in than the actual video quality.
Really? You mean the quality didn't just grab you right away? But I was doing it, and I still love doing it. I had people, I think I got up to about 50 or 75 subs when I had that kind of footage. So that kind of told me that people did at least kind of like listening to me, even if they couldn't see exactly what was going on. I didn't actually start growing my channel very well until I won the Elgato. Mm-hmm. And I started actually recording with that. And I remember just plugging it in, downloading the software, and just being amazed at how easy it was. I was like, I have 720 HD footage right now, and I love it. And apparently everyone watching my channel loved it too, because my subs started to go up really fast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime, I guess we'll throw it out there for anybody that's aspiring to become a YouTuber. Quality is definitely number one. I mean, you could probably have like the worst commentary in the world, but if you have a decent footage, or even if you don't have any commentary, you can still get a good, decent amount of subscribers after you.
Definitely, and it kind of goes the other way around too. Like, I know people who are great commentators, but because they can't afford that HD recorder, or it's just kind of out of the question right now, mm-hmm. It hurts because a lot of people will not watch their stuff, despite how good or funny I feel the commentary might be. So it's definitely important, like you said.
All right, so that was basically your start, right? You got your Dazzle, you got your Elgato, and then you got skyrocketed from there, right?
Exactly.
So now, why Assassin's Creed? Because I personally got into Assassin's Creed, or at least making videos for it, when I started with Brotherhood Beta. Okay. But I've played Assassin's Creed before that. So for yourself, you said you started watching people do the Revelations. Now, was that your first introduction into AC, or were you already well known or well versed in it?
I was very well versed in Assassin's Creed since the first game came out. I got it I think it came out in the fall. I got it for Christmas, and I had a love-hate relationship with that game. Like, I really enjoyed the game itself. I was a little frustrated sometimes by the combat of it and by the repetitiveness of some of the missions. And I know that a lot of people have mentioned that about the first game. Come Assassin's Creed 2, I was extremely excited, and I fell in love with the game. And as of now, Assassin's Creed 2 continues to be my favorite Assassin's Creed game, despite not having the multiplayer.
Mine as well.
Is it yours too? Just the story, the characters. I love everything. So if I had to pick one Assassin's Creed game to have forever, it would be AC2.
Now, is there a specific game you prefer playing more? Like, I know you like Assassin's Creed 2 as far as single player, but when it comes to multiplayer, which one is your favorite as of right now?
Oh, it's kind of hard because there's different aspects of each one that I love and that I hate. When it comes to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I did not actually play that multiplayer too much because at the time, you might remember, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood came out around the time BioShock 2 came out.
Yes.
And at the time, the multiplayer for BioShock 2 was being like, oh, it's not any good. It's just thrown on this game to keep people playing it. You know, it's just kind of tacked on multiplayer. Part of this belief that all games have to have multiplayer if you want people to keep playing them. So at the time, I was extremely skeptical about Assassin's Creed having multiplayer at all. I did play it a little bit, I'll say that, but I'm still, as of now, I think I'm still like a level 22 or 25 or something like that. So not a whole lot. It wasn't until Revelations where I really started getting into the multiplayer.
Okay, so Revelations, you would say maybe is your...
I would say I've probably had the most fun with Revelations. Not saying it was perfect by any means, but I've probably had some of my most fun times in Revelations.
I think, especially with Assassin's Creed 4 coming out very soon, I think if they take this game lab idea and mash everything that was good in every single AC and put it into Assassin's Creed 4, I think they'll have a winner.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I really think so.
Yeah. Now, you said Assassin's Creed Revelations is by far your favorite, the one you spent the most time on. But what are your favorite game modes, personas to play with, maps or abilities?
Okay, well, it really kind of depends on the game. For most of them, I have a designated favorite character for each game.
Okay.
For Brotherhood, I didn't really so much because, like I said, I didn't play a whole lot of the multiplayer, although I do think maybe the Damarosa was probably one of the coolest.
Okay.
I did like it. When it came to Assassin's Creed Revelations, I loved Deathmatch, but I really kind of ended up with my niche in simple deathmatch. And I know it's not popular when it comes to people playing competitively or anything like that, but I really loved, like, it was the first purist mode, you know?
No abilities, no smoke bombs.
Exactly. It didn't have to be, I mean, you'd have some lag, you know, whatever. I mean, that's going to happen. But it felt like when I play simple deathmatch in ACR, just like the frustrations just kind of melted away. So as for favorite character, no doubt it was always a Vizier. I love it. And then when it comes to Assassin's Creed 3, I really didn't have a favorite character until the DLC came out and included the Coyote Man.
The Coyote Man? Okay.
I think he's pretty damn cool.
All right. Now, is there a map that you would say is your favorite across all of the games?
If I have to pick a favorite map across all of the games, it would probably be Shuk from ACR.
Okay.
Yep, I really did like that one. But I also really liked Galata. Well, it depends on what the map is for, I guess.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. If you're talking about the maps as a whole, I'd probably say Shuk. And I really like Fort Walcott from EC3.
From EC3? Okay.
Yeah.
So, of course, you make Assassin's Creed videos. That's what a lot of people subscribe to you to watch.
Right.
Now, I do know there's tons of other games that you play and other videos that you make. So why don't you kind of tell us what kind of games you're also into and maybe any videos you currently have planned or you're going to be making of those games?
Okay, well, where do I start? Besides Assassin's Creed well, I guess besides Assassin's Creed, one of the earliest games I started uploading was actually the Thief games, and I was recording them with Fraps, which ended up not working so well because I don't know if you've had the problem, but recording with Fraps, it doesn't record layers well. So if you're like on your desktop and you switch to a game, it often won't make that distinction. It'll keep recording the desktop. So the game Thief would do that in the game itself. It would have different layers, and it would be extremely frustrating when it came to recording. You know, I'd pick up a book in the game and start reading, and people wouldn't see the book at all. I'd have to read it to them. So it became a little awkward. I eventually stopped recording that. I have done a little bit of Amnesia. I am planning on purchasing Amnesia Machine for Pigs. That comes out in a few weeks.
Okay.
So I do plan on doing a walkthrough of me being terrified of that game. In the past, one of my more successful ones, because a lot of people subscribe to me for Assassin's Creed strictly, which is fine. But probably one of the other series that I've had some pretty good success with was BioShock Infinite. And so far, that's been the only single-player game for my channel that I've completed in its entirety.
Okay. Now, I know there was a video you put out a while ago. I don't know if it may be a week or so ago that you talked about Assassin's Creed commentators having a hard time transitioning to other games. Because I know I've personally tried it with, I think I'd done Uncharted with minimal success. I mean, it just got a few views here and there, but not in the popularity that Assassin's Creed normally gets.
Exactly. And that's what I kind of talked about in my self-described rant, was that, you know, I mean, I understand becoming at least moderately popular for, you know, a specific game or a specific franchise, but, you know, I know myself and a lot of other YouTubers have a frustration where they want to post more than just that. They want to be a game commentator, not an Assassin's Creed commentator, you know? And it's just, I do wish that some people would maybe open themselves up a little bit more to watch people play other things besides just like their chosen franchise. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to come off as like, you know, not understanding my subs or not appreciating, you know, what they've done for me, because I do. But it's just something that I have to deal with and try to work out, try to find games that a lot of Assassin's Creed fans would like to watch. So that's on me to find.
That's true. And then I also look at other subscribers, or not subscribers, but other YouTubers, the ones that do walkthroughs of every single game that comes out. And I'm just amazed at the fact that their subscribers are, I guess their subscribers are coming there for their commentary the most, right? I don't think they're really watching the gameplay.
Right, and there are people I watch too who are like that. You know, I love watching them. I love listening to them. It pretty much doesn't matter what they play, just as long as, you know, they're funny, and I like to keep tabs on what they're doing. So I completely understand that.
Okay. Now, there was also another series that you started on your personal channel. It's Shit GamersSay. Now that's primarily AC clips from what I've seen. I think you're on episode 3 now.
I just posted episode 3 today.
Yeah, exactly. So I know I saw that pop up today. Now, I know that you obviously in the description, I think you left kind of instructions if people want to get featured on on there. So why don't you tell us what that series is about? We'll probably just put up a clip of it in the background. You guys can see, because I know there's some entertaining subtitles that you also include with it as you're watching the video. So let us know what that series is about.
Okay, well, basically, Shit GamersSay started when I was noticing some of the funny stuff that people were saying in the lobbies of games. And I decided, you know what, it would be selfish of me to not share this with the world. So you know, and I hate to kind of, you know, be advertisement, but the Elgato really makes it easy because of the flashback recording. So, you know, I'll start playing a game, and if somebody says something funny like that, I'll just go back and record it. So it really works great. I don't have to record everything that happens. But anyway, back to the series. You know, and it's not just a collection of people saying, you know, rude or offensive things. It's some of that. It's a little bit of that, but a lot of it too is just people being plain funny in the lobby. And some of my favorite clips have now come from other people. The third episode is the only one so far where I've been able to include submissions from other people. Lady Trickster submitted some. Lena Mina and Loki also all submitted clips, and some of my favorites just come from those. Ones that I didn't even record, but that's okay.
Okay, so I think we should first mention that we're not doing this interview in no way are we sponsored by Elgato.
No.
Because I know we've mentioned this device quite a few times. It's an amazing device. It's enabled myself to pretty much bring my commentaries and my videos to the next level. But moving it to your shit gamers say, I know I started watching it. I was like, this is a really great idea, because I know it kind of the idea of like blew up, I think, about a year ago, or like shit people say, right?
Yep.
Whether it be COD players or I know there's one on the internet like Asians say and women say and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of people like to kind of come back to a channel for a specific series, right? Much like I'm trying to make this whole Assassin's Creed commentator series, where we will hopefully have a new person every couple of weeks or so.
Definitely.
But any future series that you might plan to do with Assassin's Creed, or maybe other videos apart from just regular walkthroughs?
I haven't really. Well, I have done a few, and really, I mean, I just put out a new episode when I get enough clips of it. I've put out trolling in Artifact Assault. I've noticed that getting into games in Artifact Assault, getting into good games, well, in any team mode, can be especially hard if you have a full team and you come across people who aren't sure how to play. I mean, you can tell by their level they may be extremely new to the game, or maybe there's just a couple of them, you know, and against four. And I've always told my friends that I hate to be the kind of the person that I call a tryhard. You know, I hate to just go like gung-ho in the game, score 12 times. You know, I never feel personally that that's really necessary. So I started doing, I'll use like a decoy and bodyguard, and I'll steal the artifact and I'll just jump in a hay bale. And it's just, it's really funny. I mean, I feel like for the most part, it's not like completely unfair. I mean, I'm completely defenseless when it comes to like protecting myself. So it's just kind of a matter of, it's almost like they're in a game of hide and seek and they don't know it. So I really like doing that. So I've posted a couple episodes of trolling in AA.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I haven't had a whole lot of like series too much.
Okay, because I know, especially in the Assassin's Creed world, there really isn't too many series that kind of have lasted for a long time, or are still ongoing. Because we have your shit GamersSay, we have trolling in AA. I know that the Machinima channel has the top 5 plays, but I think that was kind of merged into one massive top 5 plays across every single game, right?
Yeah, something like that. The Assassin's Creed version, I haven't seen it come up in quite some time.
Yeah, so that one was dissolved basically. So there's a lot of like room left open for any new commentators that I guess want to come in and start something fresh, something new.
Definitely.
I know in the past I've kind of toiled with the idea of doing a Road to Assassino kind of style, and I never really got too far with those series, because it just takes too much time and too much effort to record every single game and commentate each one, especially now that there's 99 prestiges, and I don't know how many games that it would take to get to that. So
Oh yeah. If somebody does feel interested though to watch that, though, I know my friend King Soldier has done that for Brotherhood, the Road to Assassin. Yeah, and as far as I know, he has completed it. He just hasn't posted every single one yet. I mean, he does it over a period of time. So that's another series. I guess I should have mentioned before. That's pretty entertaining, and it's very ongoing. He's very good with getting those up on a regular basis.
Okay. Now, obviously Assassin's Creed 4 is coming out. Is there any like a wish list you have for the multiplayer? Are you looking forward more to single player, multiplayer, things you want to see, or?
I've been watching some of the trailers. Like I'm kind of a big fan of like the pre-rendered trailers, the ones that look really, really pretty but don't actually show any gameplay. Because those ones tend to be ones that show like more story aspects of it, and I really enjoy that. As for other trailers, though, I've been purposely kind of staying away from them because I don't really make it any secret on my channel that I'm not really a fan of AC3 when it comes to the story. And I feel like the multiplayer has I mean, it has a lot of good parts to it, but it has quite a few issues too. So, in a way, I've been trying to not get too excited about it.
So not get your hopes up too much.
Exactly. I don't want to be burned. So, I mean, I'll definitely, when I get it, because I do have it pre-ordered.
Okay.
I do plan on getting it for 360 right off the bat and playing through the single player on 360. And then maybe around Christmas, the games usually drop to about $40. So I might get it. I'm planning, hopefully, on getting it then for PS3 for multiplayer.
Okay. Any plans for next gen, or are you gonna just wait off this this Christmas for it?
As for next gen, it's kind of the same thing. I do plan on getting a 1 first, but it's not going to be right away because of expenses and how they're going to still be supporting the 360. Obviously, Assassin's Creed 4 is coming out on 360 and PS3. So is Thief, which I'm extremely excited for the Thief reboot. So I'm going to hold off until I feel like, there's enough titles, including Halo. Well, I guess the next Halo. I guess it's not really numbered, but the next Halo and some other games. It gets to be too much that I can't ignore it anymore. I'll probably go for the 1. In time, I would like to get a PS4, but I don't have any definite plans as to when that will be.
Okay. All right. So, how much longer do you see yourself doing YouTube? Are you gonna keep doing it as long as there's demand, or is there kind of like a set cutoff date where you plan to reach a certain point in your life and you're kind of just like, I think it's time to kind of move away from this?
August 14th, 2027. No.
Oh, so that's the specific date. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'd like to do YouTube for as long as I can. I definitely want to, get a lot more subs, get a lot more people watching my channel, post a lot more games. I've posted a few indie games, and I've had people tell me, I started playing this game because you played it. And to me, there are few better comments than that. People deciding that your intro to a game was so good that they wanted to buy it, pick it up themselves. And so I'd like to kind of post a lot of more indie titles. I just recently started one called Stealth Bastard that is available on Steam, and it's available on PSN as well, although it's called Stealth Inc. on PS3.
Okay.
And that's a very fun indie stealth title that I'm just having a lot of fun with so far. So, I want to continue to bring big games for my channel, but also a lot of smaller indie games as well.
Okay. Now, apart from YouTube, what do you do outside of this kind of persona of RudeOnion? Now, obviously, I don't want you getting into too many personal details here, but a lot of people want to see the person behind the mic, I guess, so to say, right?
Okay, so no social security number, no birth,
no addresses or anything like that.
Not this time. Okay.
Just kind of like, because I know you've posted up some videos of your cat Skittles.
Yeah.
And
he's gotten quite a following now.
I know, exactly. I'm a big fan of cats myself.
Oh yeah.
When I'm not making videos, I'm definitely scrounging across Reddit looking at cat pictures. So
looking at cat pictures. Well, they're popular online. I don't think there's anybody online who doesn't like cat pictures. Honestly.
Yeah. So what's kind of like a day in the life of RudeOnion? When you close your computer.
All right. Well, usually if I'm not working on YouTube videos or editing or doing something like that on social media, I'm either actually gaming. Well, I guess you can't really include that either because that's recording. I work at a hospital.
Okay.
At a local area hospital. I've worked there since last August, so a year ago. Before that, I worked at a vet clinic, which was an amazing job. I got to work with animals all the time. So that was great. As of January, I moved into my first apartment and with one of my best friends. And we've just kind of been sticking here. She's been staying with a couple who travel around to Renaissance fairs all over the Midwest. So it's just been me for quite some time, but we're getting another roommate moved in. So, there's stuff like that I'm dealing with. Taking care of my cat Skittles and her cat Loki, who is a little pain in the butt, and she knows it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't really go out much, so I guess I don't have a lot of like bar stories or anything like that to tell you about a day in the life, but it keeps me happy, I got my hobbies.
You got your happies.
Yeah.
And you got Skittles.
I always have Skittles, and he has me.
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much all that I've really had all the questions ready for you, at least to ask you.
Okay.
So not a bad first episode, if I might say so myself. I hope some of our viewers and maybe some new subscribers learn something about yourself.
I hope so.
And as always, guys, if you guys want to check out RudeOnion, all the links will be down in the description. I'm sure I'll leave an annotation on screen to lead you to her channel. So check out her videos, check out all the series we talked about, and hopefully I'll have another commentator in the future that we'll get to talk to. If you guys want to suggest someone, leave it down in the comments below, or if you guys have any questions that RudeOnion didn't really answer over the mic here, just leave them down below, and I don't know if maybe one day she'll sit down and go through those comments and answer something. Not trying to put you on the spot, but people like to be interactive here, so
yeah, and I love that. Just don't recommend somebody who's too much more cool than me.
Exactly.
Because I wouldn't want to be overshadowed so early.
All right, so we're gonna get somebody that nobody knows about.
Totally obscure. Never heard of them at all.
I'll look for people with just one video up. That's about it.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
All right, guys. So I'm MagnitudeX with RudeOnion here. I want to thank you guys for listening, and hopefully we'll have another one very, very soon for you.
Thank you.
All right. So stay thirsty, and we'll be back with some more Assassin's Creed, maybe on this channel later on. Take care.
Bye.